Hello, John Talley here with Partzilla.com. As you can tell, well, we've been doing a little bit of work on our 2016 Yamaha YXZ1000R. Today, we're going to focus in on replacing the tie rod ends because when they start sounding like this, they are on their way out, and that's only going to get worse over time. Now the ends, we're actually going to do both sides, and it's the same part number. Now as far as the tools go, it's going to be a very short list, and I will call out the sizes as we go along. So let me go grab what I need and we'll dive into this. Now I do want to mention, whenever you're starting in on a project like this, it's helpful to go check out our exploded parts diagrams, because that's going to give you an overall picture of all the parts that are necessary when you're going to do a project. In this case, you would have noticed that this should have a cotter pin on this particular unit. That is missing. That diagram is going to tell you what all should be there in case somebody's already done some work and maybe not put it back together correctly. It's not the first time I've run up on that. So those diagrams, they're invaluable when it comes to actually pulling something apart and then getting the correct parts and then getting it put back together. Now let's start by breaking loose the lock nut up top. Once you've broken that loose, bring it back and just lightly touch it against the tie rod end, because when we put on the new one, that'll give us the stop point so our alignment is correct when we go to put it back together. Now hopefully yours still has the cotter pin in there. All you have to do is just straighten it up and then pull it through. And now we can remove the castle nut. Now it should be the castle nut plus this washer. Because we are replacing this, it's not going to matter that we damage the threads. So let's go ahead and hit it. There we go. This one was really close to being done. I can actually get it to catch. Look at that. It was about ready to cut loose, and when it does, you're going to have a steering issue instantaneously. So my advice, do a pre-ride check. All you have to do is reach around, pull up on this, see if there's play. Because if this fails, your day is done. Now it's just as simple as threading this one back on to the same distance the other one was at. Put that back in. Now we can reinstall the washer and the castle nut. Now to keep it from spinning when we get ready to torque it, let's go ahead and set it with the soft blow. And we're going to torque it to 29 foot-pounds. There we go. Now we're going to reinstall a new cotter pin, and it may be the case that the castle nut prongs don't line up correctly where you can either get it going through this hole or this hole. And if that's the case, just tighten it up a little bit more to where it aligns with either one and then drive it in there. You definitely want to tighten it a little bit more and not try to loosen it to get it to line up. All we have left now is just to torque this to 36 foot-pounds. Well, how do you do that? Let me show you a neat tool we have from Motion Pro. This little guy right here actually clamps on to a regular box end wrench, and on the back side it has a place for a 3/8 ratchet, or a torque wrench in our case. And it doesn't matter which distance you have here as long as your torque wrench comes in at 90 degrees. If it's not at 90 degrees, then you have to put the angle into a formula and it compensates the torque value. Simpler just to put it at 90 degrees and you're good to go. So now we'll be able to attach it here, put on our torque wrench, and then put 36 foot-pounds on it. There you go. Cool little device, huh? All right, guys, that's going to wrap this one up. The only thing you have left to do is just remount your tire and rim. Me, I still have a few projects that have to be taken care of. Well, listen, if you have any questions or comments, why don't you leave them in the section below and I'll do my best to answer them. And hey, if you want to see me actually finish this thing up, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We just want to say thank you for shopping here with us at Partzilla, and we will see you in the next video. Y'all have a great day.